What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without feint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are because it is your life. Let no fear, let no faith, let no hope, let no love, let no humility, let no emotion of feeling make you live a life that is not yours. The life that was taught you is not your life. Do you know yourself? When you know yourself, you'll be unfit to be a slave to any ideology, to any person, to any being, to any faith. And you begin to free yourself from all those chains they put on you in the name of God. Okay, stay on the book of Genesis. So Bible study. Today we are studying Genesis 25, Genesis chapter 25. Let's go. He said, verse 1, Abraham again took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Abraham again took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Why is it in churches or among those Bible believing people, they always talk about Sarah, nobody talk about Keturah? How about Keturah, Abraham's second wife, according to the Bible? Abraham remarried after Sarah died in chapter 23, and he got wife for Isaac in chapter 24. Now in chapter 25, Abraham saw that Isaac had a woman. He also needed a woman. God cannot satisfy your sexual urge. For those of you that say there is nothing too hard for your God to do, is a lie. He said what God cannot do does not exist. God cannot satisfy your sexual urge. God cannot quench it. And God cannot punish anyone for having sex. Okay? Because people are greater than God. God does not exist. How about those women in religion? They don't allow to remarry after their husband dies. In fact, there's women are property in marriage, and that property must be passed down to either other family members or to the brother, to the man. I mean, the son of the man. Read it. I think Leviticus chapter 25 or something like that. Yes. A man can pass down his wife, um, his wife to his son. I think you can see it also in Exodus chapter 21. Maybe 10 to 11 or 7 to 11. Read it. It's all in the Bible. Many things you Bible believers don't know is in the Bible because they cherry pick to teach you the portions they want you to believe and make you see those who are showing you the other portions they don't want you to believe as deceivers. Mm-mm. If Bible is true, is that so is everything that is written in it. You don't have to discard some and accept some. You have to accept everything in the Bible if you believe Bible is the truth. Picking some part to defend your lies or to preach it as your truth is bullshit. We have studied the Bible back to back and find out it is a work of fiction. Every character in the Bible is a fictional character from God to Jesus. They are all fictional characters. So verse 2, and she bore him Zimram, Jokshan, Midian, Midian, Isbak, and Shoa. Jokshan begot Sheba and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Asherim, Letushan, and Lumim. And the sons of Midian were Ephah, Hanok, Abida, and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. Abraham got Keturah pregnant multiple times, but he could not get Sarah pregnant multiple times because the story of Isaac was just to build a religious sect called Christianity, while Ishmael, they use it for Islam, and Abraham for Judaism. And the moment you find out that Abraham never existed as a person in human history, is a fictional character, everything about Abrahamic religion crumbles. So that's why they use sword, they use force, they use authority, they use government, they use laws to make their religion relevant in the world. There's no religion that is true. All the major religions are so by bloodshed. They kill people, they destroy older belief system to establish themselves. And that's why they tell you repent or you perish. If you don't believe in this new God we bring, we're gonna kill you and take your land. So you better believe it and begin to practice it. That's how Africans become Jews, Christians, and the Muslims. Africans did not become Jews, Christians, and Muslims by preaching or accepting the gospel of God or gospel of Christ. No, by bloodshed. You can also do your research on slave trade, Inquisition, the Crusaders, jihad, or that's how Africans become Jews, Christians, and Muslims. God was forced on us. We existed before God. Verse 5. And Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac. See? But Abraham gave gift to the sons of the concubines, which Abraham had. And while he was still living, he sent them eastward, away from Isaac his son, to the country of the east. You see, God, when they tell you that when God is in your family, there's unity, it's a lie. Everywhere God is mentioned or accepted, there must be division there. Why separating Isaac from the rest of the children of Abraham? If Abraham has a household, he was a polygamous man. Why are you, who is claiming to be a child of Abraham, as a man, you are not polygamous and you are against polygamy? Even not even true polygamy you are against is the partial polygamy where only a man can have multiple women. In true polygamy, a man can have in true polygamy, a man can have multiple women and a woman can have multiple men. So understand, because when Africans deal with the with the things, they want to balance it, because nature is supposed to be balanced. Whether it's millions, it must be balanced. Okay, so Abraham had concubines. Concubines. What is concubines, or who is a concubine? Let's see. Let me Google it. Concubines. Women that are not using cucumber are concubines. Concubine in polygamous societies, a woman who lives with a man but has lower status than his wife or wives. Concubines. Abraham was polygamous. The God of Abraham was polygamous too. He allowed Abraham to have multiple women. Abraham had a wife and the concubines. Not maybe he had only concubines after Sarah died. After Sarah died, Abraham remarried and had concubines, and they bear children for him. He gave them gifts, inheritance. Not like you, children of Abraham today, you are not giving gifts to your children. You are not leaving inheritance for your children. All you are leaving for your children is trouble. They keep fighting against one another because you are so poor, yet you have them. You don't supposed to have children in poverty. You're not supposed to. Because we have the system where they blame children. They always blame the weak. They blame the children for turning out bad, but it is the poor parents that made them. It's the stingy parents that made them so. No child was born a thief. No child was born a prostitute. No child was born wrong. Every child was born perfect. Verse 7, this is the sum of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived 175 years. Abraham lived 175 years. So after Sarah, he lived about 40 years more. And in that 40 years, he was having fun, sleeping with different women. That's how you can enjoy this life. If you are a man, you're supposed to be sleeping with different women. If you are a woman, you're supposed to be sleeping with different men to better your life. Stop letting them keeping you in that can where you are suffering depression, suffering stress in the name of marriage. 75 years. Then Abraham breathed his last and died in a good old age. Remember, nobody breathed first or last. There's no such thing as first breath and the last breath. Life is without beginning and without end. You cannot begin life and you cannot end life. Life is eternal. Okay. And an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people. Have you seen any member of your family who believed in the God of Abraham, who lived up to 175 years? Think about it. And his son Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah. See, his son who? They put Isaac now first before Ishmael. That is evil. It's supposed to be his sons, Ishmael and Isaac. And with those one begotten by his concubines and the second wife, where are they? They will tell you. Eh. See how they put Isaac before Ishmael. Evil. A firstborn is firstborn. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter your culture. It doesn't matter your tradition. Firstborn is firstborn. You cannot change nature. Firstborn is not an inheritance. It's not a gift. It's natural. If you are the first born by your parents, you are the firstborn, whether you are a man or a woman, male or female. Firstborn is firstborn. Let's be going. We are waking up. They buried him in their verse 10. The field which Abraham purchased from the sons of Heth, that's where they buried him. There Abraham was buried, and Sarah, his wife. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt at Bethel. This is all lies. They always inject God in things. We knew that according to chapter 24, he said that Abraham has given all he had to Isaac. Then why are you telling us again now, after the death of Abraham, God blessed his son, Isaac? It's a lie. God cannot bless anyone. I will never stop telling you this. There's no such thing as generational blessing or generational curse. What we have is generational trauma, generational lies. There's no God blessing or cursing anyone anywhere. Nothing is wrong with your life. What messed up your life is the belief system you were born into. Your spiritual religious parents raise you in that mentality. You think your life is worthless. You think your life is full of evil, that you need a savior. You have a God. No, your life is perfect. Think about it. If your life is not perfect, God will be the one feeding you. Your life is perfect. That's why you can go out and feed yourself. God cannot feed you. Your life is perfect. Can you walk? Your life is perfect. Can you talk? Your life is perfect. Can you see? Your life is perfect. Can you smell? Your life is perfect. Can you make sound? Your life is perfect. You are not imperfect. It is not in you to be evil. Evil was taught you by your parents, society, guidance. They taught you that evil. What is that evil taught you? God. God is evil, and the evil is of God. Without the concept of God, there's no evil in this world. There's no wrong and right in this world. Morality is a religious bullshit. What we have in this world is nature. We are part and parcel of that nature. You cannot separate us from nature. No matter how much doctrines you created to cage us in, nature will always break through. It's just like a flowing river or flowing water. Put the block or put the rock to block it. Give it time, it will find way to keep flowing, because rivers, we are not meant to be in a spot. They must flow. That's how they cleanses out themselves too. It's natural. Okay, verse 12. Now, this is the genealogy of Ishmael, Abraham's sons. I'm happy now they put Ishmael first now before talking about, because when you want to talk about genealogy or family of a man, supposed to start from first son. Our people say you cannot make this sound without this finger. This is the head finger. We see this one as a Ikenga, the head. Ikenga. That's when Igbo people tell you Ikenga. I think Ikenga Gakurugu means you are great. That's your manhood, your womanhood. Ikenga. You cannot leave it to do this. It's impossible. You cannot do this without this head finger, just like the firstborn. Okay. Now, this is the genealogy of Ishmael, Abraham's sons, whom Hagar, the Egyptian, Sarah's maidservant, bore to Abraham. Think deep about this. Who gave birth to the firstborn of Abraham according to the Bible? An Egyptian. Civilization started in Africa. Africa gave the world everything the world is enjoying today. But look at Africa. The woman that gave birth to the first son of Abraham is called Sarah's maidservant. She was not a maid, but in the story, they made her a maid. She was a great woman. If you believe that God gives children and blesses the fruit of the womb, then God was the one that gave Hagar the Ishmael and blessed her before Sarah. Then how dare you put Sarah before Hagar? How dare you see Sarah as the covenant wife of Abraham? Why the one that bore the first son, according to your even culture and tradition, is the main one? Because her son is the firstborn. He is the heir apparent. No Isaac. Isaac is a what? A second-hand material. Ishmael was first before Isaac. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebuchadnezzar, and all that, naming their name, he said, "These were the sons of Ishmael, and these were their names by their towns and their settlements, 12 princes according to their nations." How did they become princes? Does it mean Ishmael was a king? His story. According to their nations. These were the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years, and he breathed his last and died and was gathered to his people. They dwelt from his people, like Abraham people, right? But they dwelt from Havilah as far as Shur, which is east of Egypt, as you go towards Assyria. He died in the presence of his brethren. He died in the presence of his brethren, who also buried him. Church don't supposed to be burying the dead in your family. The dead in your family is supposed to be buried by your brethren. Stop dying before the Lord. Stop dying before the church. Die in the presence of your brethren. You don't need church. You don't need mosque. You don't need any temple. You don't need any priest. You don't need any minister of God to officiate in any burial in your family. It's a family matter. Why are you taking your family matter to the church, to the mosque, to the temple? That's third party. And you say, oh, you shouldn't tell your family that to the public, but church is not public. Like my mother. She went to church to announce who are her own children. She counted me out. She counted the third son out. So she got 6 sons. She says it's only 4 who are her children now. She is wrong. It doesn't matter how you see it. It doesn't matter what I have done. She is dead wrong. The church is not our home. The church is not part of our family. The mosque is not part of our family. The temple is not part of our family. The shrine is not part of our family. If you are talking about family, even most of you believers talking about family, you don't respect your family. You respect your faith than your family. You put your faith first before your family. Your family may say, we have meeting by this time, so tomorrow. You say, oh, we have church program. I cannot make it. And go, church. And this is why I'm calling us to begin to wake up. Anyone that is religious in our family and they are dedicated to their religion, when they get problem, the family members don't supposed to come to help them. And that is the issue I have with my father before he died. I said, if you believe God is the one giving me money or using me to pay your rent, then I'm waiting. Anytime God give me the money, I will bring it. And that's how we stopped communicating until he died. He valued his faith than his family. And many of you parents are like that. Your children are more important to you than your God. Your children are more important to you than your religion. I told my mother that one year. I tell her, listen, your children are your church. Not that one you are going, taking your hard-earned money and giving it to that criminal called priest. That money you are using to give tithes and offering in your church, if you can give that money to your own children, they will never maltreat you all the days of your life. Your children will maltreat you no matter how you claim to be a good mother, a good father. If you are religious, because they will wake up to find out you actually put faith before your family. And see how we are suffering today in our families because they have replaced family with faith. Oh, the man of God is coming. You see the woman go and look for special plate, very expensive one to prepare food to set a plate of food for the priest or for the man of God. Women, wake up. They have used you enough. He said, this is the genealogy of Isaac, Abraham's sons. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah as wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. You know, when it comes to marriage of a thing, you know, that's how Igbo people used to do their marriage. Today, you can see a 17 years old boy getting married, 18 years old boy, 20 years old boy. No, Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebecca. But you know, he didn't take Rebecca. Rebecca was given to him. His father found a wife for him. But how old are you? You are not even up to 40. You already have 3 children, 4 children. That's why you don't have anything doing and you are looking for people to send you money to pay your children's school fees. You are calling people stingy for not giving to you. How about the God you serve that is not giving to you? What do you call that God? You still worship the God that failed to give you money, but because I failed to give you money, I refuse to give you money, you say I am evil, I am stingy. What do you call the God that failed to give? Oh, God is the one that gave you life. Idiot, where? Don't you have parents? Your life is not a gift. Verse 21. Now Isaac pleaded with the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord granted his plea, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Isaac was impotent. Any man that live like Isaac must be impotent. All those mommies, boy, they never grow. They remain children. They can't impregnate a woman. You know what I mean? I'm talking proverb. Those mommy children, they never grow up. I have one in my family as we speak. And look at their life. Their mother always mess up their life. Their father always mess up their life because instead of them to live their life, they are listening to the advice of their father and the mother as if they are still little children. You are an adult now. Yeah, anybody can advise you, including your parents, but you have the final decision to make. If what they're suggesting for you does not benefit you, don't do it. Your parents want you to live to please them until they die. No, you're not supposed to live so. Learn from the life of Solomon in the Bible. Learn from the life of Jesus in the Bible. They never allowed their parents' advice to hold them down. Solomon's mother went and, oh, give that man the woman. Solomon said, listen, don't say that again. No. And Solomon killed the man. His mother wanted to give that woman to. The same thing with Jesus. Check your Bible. There's no place Jesus called Mary his mother. Jesus always called Mary woman, woman. Get away from here. Woman is not my time. Woman, this thing. Woman are not your son. That's your son. And Jesus was right. Mary was not her mother. Because Jesus was a fictional character. Say, look at your son there. I'm not a son. Oh, I was never born. I'm a fictional character. I'm not real. I'm only in your imagination, not in your reality. Isaac pleaded with the Lord for his son, for his wife, because she was barren. No woman is barren. Barren is a religious lie used to make women feel cursed if they are not, if they can't conceive. If a woman cannot conceive, that woman is supposed to be happy. You know what it means to to raise children? You know the troubles mothers and fathers go through in family. Not only that, even the society make it so horrible, to live as a family. You can't conceive. Why are you killing yourself about that? You see some women die at the point of delivery. You see some women killed by their children, or some men killed by their children too. If it is your nature not to conceive, you're supposed to be jubilating, you're supposed to be happy. But if you can conceive, stop pretending and lying to yourself and thinking you are blessed. The sorrow, the pain you have show you that it is not a blessing. It is not. It is not a blessing. Okay, don't you see how they subdue women? I shared that video yesterday. He said the woman don't need any talent to give birth to children. So they don't value women. Women are just tools used to produce children. So if women don't need any talent to have children, why are you paying bride price to claim their children? Why are you marrying them to claim their children? Why? Stop that evil we have been doing in the name of marriage. No woman is barren. No tree is barren. That you don't bear fruit does not mean you are no longer tree. That does not mean you are no longer, qualified to be a tree. You still the tree, and you are doing well. You are living. You are growing. That's what matters. Not producing problem, calling them children, and you are bragging. You see another woman that don't have child, and you are pretending you are not better than her. She's better than you. A woman that is childless is better than a mother. Especially in this evil system we are in, where mothers are treated as property or as slaves, as tools to produce children, as breeders. Mother hen, indeed. But the children struggled together. He said the Lord granted his plea, and Rebecca, his wife, conceived. No prayer can make your wife conceive. Praying to God can never make your wife conceive. Look at those religious people that have went and do IVF because prayer did not work, fasting did not work, prophecy did not work, seed sowing did not work. Every sacrifice they did in the name of God or spirituality or religion did not work. They have to go to science. Nature created science. So if naturally you cannot conceive, science can help you to conceive. But God can never help you to conceive. If God can help a woman conceive, a woman don't need to have sex with a man to conceive. A woman can only conceive after she has sex with a man, not by prayer. God don't answer any prayer anywhere. He said because God granted his plea, then his wife conceived. The children struggled together within her, and she said, if all is well, why am I like this? So she went to inquire of the Lord. Not she went to the hospital. Not she went to a doctor. According to the Bible, if you have problem, you have to go to God. He said, call me, I will answer you. Jesus said, if anything you ask God in his name, he will do it. There's no reason for you to go to hospital as a taste. There's no reason for you to go to any person for help as a taste, because you are God supposed to be providing for you, providing your needs according to his riches in glory. How I wish your God is real. All these problems you are creating in our places will end. So she went to inquire of the Lord, verse 23. And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 nations. So you and your siblings are nations. He said the children of Ishmael were establishing their families according to their nations. You are a nation, I'm a nation. Then how dare you say in the seed of Abraham, all nations will be blessed? I don't need to be blessed because I am nature. I don't need God's blessing because I am above God. It is the greater that bless the lesser. God is lesser than me. I don't need blessing from any God. 2 people shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger. You see, they always bring division. Everywhere God is mentioned, you can never not see division where God is present. Where God is mentioned, you must see division there. Confusion, division, destruction. That's God. Hear what he said. Say 2 people shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger than the other. Why can't both of them be equally stronger? But that's white supremacy. The bandits are stronger. The indigenous people are lesser, are weaker. And that's why the bandits invaded the indigenous people, enslaved them, and colonized them to date. And the indigenous people are still sleeping in spirituality, sleeping in religion. Instead of them to wake up and wise up, unite, and stand, fight for their recovery, restoration, and taking their enviable great place again. And the older shall serve the younger. That is a white supremacy. That is evil of spirituality. That is evil of religion. The evil of white supremacy. The older serving the younger. It is evil. In fact, the word serving, we are not born to serve. Service is evil. Serving people. No, you're not supposed to serve anyone. We're supposed to live caring for one another, not serving. A servant is a slave. You are not born to serve. You are not born to be a slave. Verse 24. So when her days were fulfilled for her to give birth, indeed, there were twins in her womb. This is the first time twins is mentioned in the Bible. There was no twins during the time of Adam. There was no twins in the family of Noah. This is first time twins is mentioned in the Bible. You cannot prove me wrong because I'm right according to your scripture. When they tell you that Africans were killing twins, it's a lie. It were Christians, African Christians, who were killing twins because they believe in the Bible that Adam and Eve did not have twins. They saw twins as witches. They say it's abnormal. We are not like God that have multiple children. A woman is supposed to be delivering 1 child per delivery. When they lie to you that you need to find out the whole truth. Africans never killed twins. It were converted Africans into Christianity who were doing, they still do that today. They call it deliverance. Deliverance. You see them saying their children bring bad luck. They're doing deliverance. Some of them, they tie them down with chain. Some of them, they use bed, hitting them, flogging them, praying over them, fasting for them, to drive out demon that does not exist. That's what spirituality and religion does. They create a problem that does not exist, and they spend all their life looking for solution to that problem. You cannot find solution to a problem that does not exist. That's why they continue casting and binding demons every day, every day, every day, because demons does not exist. So they will keep doing that only to make themselves believe it will get better, but it can never, because they don't exist. You are solving imaginary problems. And the first came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over. Okay, so they called his name Esau. Afterward, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. So his name was called Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. 60 years old when she bore them. She married when she was 40. Oh, he married when he was 40. He had Rebecca when he was 40. He stayed for 20 years before he bore them. Hey, testimony time, revelation time. You see, I married, me and my wife waited for 60 years. The Lord later bless us. No, that's problem. And they will be having issue with that child unless they are bastardly rich and not living in Africa. They must have issue with that child. You are too old. You have that child, soon you will die. That child will suffer. 60 years old man. Okay, let's say you live another 20 years. That child will be in his 20s or her 20s. Then you die. He begin to suffer. You did not establish him or her unless you bastardly rich. They inherit those things and enjoy their life better than you. Mhm. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field. That's what matters. But Jacob was a mild man dwelling in tents. When Esau go and they hustle and come back, Jacob is there to take, enjoying. Esau will be going, hustling. Esau was better than Jacob. Jacob was also mommy's son, mommy's boy. But Esau was a man going to hunt to take care of himself and his family. But Jacob was a man in the tent. That's what you are when you go to church. That's what you are when you go to mosque. That's what you are when you go to the temple worshiping. You are like Jacob. That's why your God cannot provide you on that mountain, but you are still going there saying He will provide for you. You have to go like Esau, go and hunt, a man of the field, not a man of the tent. In tent, that's where they exploit people, robbing the poor, taking their tithes and the offerings. But in the field, that's where you show you are a man. You go and hunt to feed yourself and your family. Don't be a man dwelling in tents. Be a man of the field, a natural man. Now, Jacob cooked a stew, see, because he don't know how to build. He only know how to cook. He stay in the house. Don't know how to hunt. He only know how to cook. Esau will go and hunt. He will stay home and make stew. And Esau came in from the field, and he was weary. And Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with that same red stew, for I am weary." Therefore, his name was called Edom. But Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright as of this day." Jacob is evil. And Esau said, "Look, I am about to die. So what is this birthright to me?" Then Jacob said, "Swear to me as of this day." Jacob was evil in the Bible. Your brother who went out and hustled and bring meal or meat for the family. You are the one in the house. You already made this stew out of what he brought yesterday. He said, "Give me food to eat. I'm about to die. I'm hungry. I'm weary." He said, "You have to swear. Give me your birthright." White supremacy, the system we are in. When they claim they are helping you, they are not, they are hurting you. They give you money and take your resources. Africans, wake up. Africans are like Esau, and the white people are like Jacob. Africa invented everything for quality life. White people created credit to claim them. Oh, you want this? Okay, give me your resources. Give me your birthright. Africans did not willingly give it to Jacob. Mm-mm. Jacob took it by force. Understand how it happened. It was by force they invaded and enslaved and colonized Africa. It was not because they are more powerful. Naturally, Africans are more powerful than every other race in this world. Even put all of them together, Africans are more powerful than them. But today, because they deceive us and give us this their race too, our continent has become our cemetery, has become cemetery for us, where we bury the dead, no longer where we build cities. But no condition is permanent. We are waking up. So Esau swore to Jacob and sold his birthright to Jacob. Africans are people who have sold their birthrights to Jacob. It is not natural. It is not spiritual. It is a psychological game. It's a warfare that white people unleashed. Jacob, white people unleashed against Esau, black people, the natural people, the people of field, the people that can look at and begin to develop it. That's Africans. Before Jacob came with his stew. And Jacob gave Esau bread and stew of lentils. Then he ate and drank, arose, and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. It's a lie. Esau did not despise his birthright. Esau saved his life. Look at Africa today. Yeah, we are not building. Everything we are doing is just to survive. And that's why I'm discouraging Africans from birthing children in this harsh condition. The more you have children in a harsh condition, the more that harsh condition lasts. Before you have children, end that harsh condition. Slaves, having children in slavery, will make that slavery last longer. But when they stop giving birth and start fighting for their freedom, after they free themselves, they can have children as much as they want. First, then, first, Africans, let us take back our birthright. Nature is our birthright. Let us wake up as a people so that we can restore our powers and recover our heritage. Gordon.